It's all about finding new kinds of mistakes. Hi everyone, I'm Kit. This week, I've gotten to take Turtle for just a quick overnight, and we are heading back to the Deam Wilderness. We're going to try again to find campsite 9. That's where I was trying to get on my first ever solo adventure. But we're doing it just a little bit different. We're going to start from the Grub Ridge trailhead and immediately descend down to the Axom Creek bed and hike up along Axom Creek before branching north towards the lake. So I'll be exploring the side of the Axom Trail that I have not yet gotten to see. And it should also be easier to navigate because of the drier fall conditions in the Deam right now. So I'm much more hopeful the lake level won't be too high, the mud won't be too sticky, and we ought to be able to make it all the way to Site 9. But if not, we do still have that lovely undesignated site that we can always fall back to. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Time to get rolling and make it to the trailhead. All right, we have reached Grub Ridge trailhead. There's only one other vehicle here right now, so hopefully it won't be too busy on the trails. We have a very quick down 300 feet before we hit the creek bed, and then about 2.5 miles to our desired campsite, so it shouldn't take too long, but we should still get going. Just a few steps away from the trailhead, we are turning off onto the Axom branch. Time for some yet unexplored trail.
Someone probably lives in that.
Yeah, it's a nice home. Great views. Alright, so we made it half a mile down the trail before I needed to take a break because I have made a new kind of mistake. I did not grab a sandwich at the normal spot that I grab a sandwich at because I was like, I'm not that hungry. I need to fuel up before I get on the trail. But I've been sitting for a minute. I have inhaled like a third of the snacks out of my hip belt pockets, and we can get moving again. It's all about finding new kinds of mistakes. Axom Creek bed, as seems to be seasonally normal, and especially for the kind of drought we're in. It's completely dry up here, but we have quite a ways to go before we hit the lake still. A little bit of water.
Not the best drinking water, it's a little too chewy.
Yeah, that would be, again, only if we really needed it. We're about a little over a mile down the trail now, halfway-ish to the lake. Despite, I'm sweating because I've been hiking and working it up, but it's only about 74 and we keep getting nice little cool breezes all down the valley. So it's been really nice weather for hiking, and there's a lot of fallen leaves and a good crunchy leaf smells. Nice hike. Guess he needs to take rescue meds.
Yep.
I'm not hurting yet. I'm just feeling the first symptoms of migraine. I'm not surprised based on how the morning was going. But it's better to take them now and finish the hike into camp than wait until I'm at camp. We're getting to the part of the creek with really cool stream bed features and more consistent water ponds. It snuck up on me because almost nothing looks the same compared to this summer, but we're at the hunting lodge already. You want to go ahead?
Oh, yeah.
So I was not kidding about this being totally unrecognizable. I mean, I know where I am. I'm very close to the campsite I took on my solo trip. But that's where the water is starting. And there's that whole field of grasses and shrubs that I think was completely underwater. Your first sight of the lake. And my first look at that campsite I took. Taking a little pack off break at that undesignated site I stayed at for my very first solo trip. We both have energy and plenty of time to keep pushing on to 9, and it does look hopeful that we could get there given the water levels. But I need to catch my breath and not overexert, and Turtle's interested in doing some extensive litter cleanup while we're here. Try support morally if I can't support physically. Fun little bit of bushwhacking there. Despite the inlet that stopped me last time no longer being underwater in any way, it's absolutely overflowing with overgrown brush. Clearly nobody hikes through here much, so we did have to bushwhack our way around a little bit, but I think I've finally found the trail on the other side of the inlet, so any minute now. This wasn't it. Just another undesignated site. Lots of good lake views and breeze along this way, though. Okay, turns out Site 9 was occupied, so after a lot of dithering, we just went to the newly discovered undesignated site. It is not too far off from 9. We can kind of glimpse them through the trees intermittently. A little bit of a bummer that site finding is turning into a difficulty on this trip as well, but the lake is beautiful, and I'm hoping once we're pitched and maybe eating dinner, we'll feel a little more cheerful about the whole thing.
What it is, it's a lakeshore. Lakeshores are going to be more difficult for me. Even with my relatively narrow tent profile, it's just the type of terrain it is.
And they're going to be more popular, so sites are going to get full.
Time to start putting this down and seeing how bad it actually looks.
Okay.
I know I said that last time I got up.
You're still holding out hope for something that's even vaguely flat.
Yes. I'm not getting that.
All right, we've found a way to make the campsite work. Turtle has a slightly uneven, lumpy, sloping spot, but with a fabulous view of the lake and probably a great sunset view. I have probably the closest safe hang in terms of close trees, and I'm quite near the campfire ring, but we're only planning on making a very small fire, and I have my tarp flipped back. So while I lounge lazily in the hammock and try to recover from my migraine, Turtle is getting a fire started. It's not really cold enough that we need it for warmth, but we want it just for vibes and for smoke to help with the bug pressure a little. Nowhere near the same level of aggressive, violent bugs as Creature and I were getting at our Grub Ridge trip, but just the gnats are nonstop. Time for dinner. My tummy has been growling for a minute. Thank you so much for making the fire to drive the boat off the... And that's just tipping over to boiling. I'm curious what you'll think of this one, because I liked it. It wasn't one of my absolute favorites.
It smells interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the flavor.
Good.
The combination of various vegetables they put in here is good. The texture of the rice is slightly subpar.
It's sort of an art, not a science with these things.
Yeah. It's not generic.
Turtle didn't mean to let the fire go out.
It's not out. It is clearly still crackling, and there's embers, and it's generating a smoke.
Yeah. That's still not what you intended.
My happy flames that were lighting up the campsite.
Yeah.
Such is life.
He's alive. You didn't do that? I wasn't watching. I thought you did that. Kids, this is why we drown fires really thoroughly. All right, it's not even 8:30, but it's already full dark. So while Turtle sits up and plays with the fire, I've gone ahead and done my hygiene, changed into clean, sleepy clothes, and I'm tucked in to read for a while before sleep. It's been nice being by the lake. There were far fewer mosquitoes, and our neighbors have been nice and quiet and polite and friendly. So overall, this questionable campsite has turned out pretty great, although we'll have to ask Turtle in the morning how their sleep went. Good morning, everybody. It's time for breakfast in the hammock. The sun has just made its way over the edge of the hills behind us. I have my oatmeal rehydrating in my lap. I have a warm coffee to sip. I can hear Turtle snoring still. It's a very pretty morning here at camp. Very nice slow morning, but now it's time to go gather some more water and let gravity filtration run while we pack up camp. We are actually, finally, for reals, leaving camp now. It is close to 1, but we did it.
Sorry.
It happens. Turtle has a different sleep schedule than me normally, so it's difficult to get moving.
See how it's got sort of a wavy, sort of wavy lines, but it's not the full broken scaly ridges. This is an ironwood tree, I'm fairly certain. Cool. It's pretty smooth bark, just a slight roughness, but it's got sort of muscly look to it.
Half a mile down. It's amazing how much easier it can be to find the route where you were unsure on unnamed trail when you're on your way back. But we're making good time. Alright, we are 1.5 miles out from camp, which means we only have a mile left to the trailhead. But this is the point where we start climbing, and we have to do about 300 feet of elevation in that mile, including extremely steep right up at the end. So, taking in a little bit of an extended pack-off break to hydrate and snack up before we keep moving. So, we've done about half a mile of that remaining mile, and it was mostly flat with occasional step-ups, and we've just hit some very gradual climb. I double-checked our elevation. We still have 250 feet, and that remaining half mile. Again, this is nothing to be all out in mountain lands, and it's not even anything compared to the rougher trails around here. But for us, this is quite the hike. Oof. Came from down there. Up. See how steep that is? Still going. Up. Our car is up there somewhere. Yeah, that's our intersection. It's not the trailhead yet, but it's... Yeah. We're not going that way. Thank you. No heckin' thank you. We did it. Just over 5 miles. Just over 5 hours of total travel time. How do you feel about this trip?
I feel good about this trip. I feel mildly guilty about this trip because I threw off our timelines a bit.
Well, it turned out okay. We got to the car at 3 p.m. and I was fully prepared to not get here till 4.
All right. So that wasn't a total disaster.
Yeah.
And I know what I learned.
What'd you learn?
If I want to pick up all the trash I see, I need to plan ahead better for it.
Yeah, but it's a good service to do, and I appreciate how committed you are to it. I run out of steam for it pretty fast.
On the busy trails and along a lakeshore like that, there's a lot more stuff.
There is. I feel like I'm really impressed by my increasing fitness level, and also by how I successfully packed kind of last minute with our list for this one. It's definitely worth noting that once you branch off Axom Trail towards 9, no matter which way you're coming from, and no matter what the water level's at, it's unmaintained, and you're going to have to do some route finding of your own. For now, we need to be going home, because it is later than our usual. And I am tired.
Yes.
Let's get rolling.